Hi everybody, it's Susan, Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction. And Weeby just started growling over there at Mr. Grayson coming around the corner. This is Mr. Grayson's little companion. Uh-oh, and there's Mr. Grayson. I wanted to try to get a little bit of footage of outdoor rescues because you guys hardly ever get to see them. As soon as they have their breakfast, they go their ways, pretty much. But there's Weeby. You've seen him in the bushes. I can't recall if you've actually seen him out of the bushes. And I think he's having a bit of a growl at, Mr. Grayson. There's our Tommy Two-Tone. Mr. Big Stuff was here earlier. And guess what? He let me pet him again while he was eating. Yeah. And he didn't even flinch. It made me really happy. Let's see if there's anybody else. There's Itchy McScratchy. I can't believe there's still these many outdoor rescues around the house. I think I've told you guys before, she and Bullywinkel, who is sitting right there, they are hard and fast friends. Once Bullywinkel's litter mate, Rocky, was no longer with us, and Rocky looked a whole lot like Julie Newmar. But once he was no longer with us, then Itchy and Bullywinkel teamed up together, and they're running mates. They touch noses an awful lot. I also want to correct something from the live stream I did the other day in regards to Pretty Patty Patches. When DeBoss came home from work yesterday afternoon, he said, you know, what you were saying about Pretty Patty Patches was not exactly right. And I said, well, I'm not going to go amend it. What, da-da-da. He said, sweetheart, baby mama did not call her out to the side. That was a different kitty. That was Wang Chang Cheetah Burrito. She is indeed from baby mama, the abandoned pregnant female that we could never capture. The mama of almost everybody. Or the grandma or great-grandma. However, we know that she's baby mama's baby because she looks exactly like her and she was born here. By here, I mean nearby. Because DeBoss reminded me, actually, our very nice and kind elderly gentleman neighbor, he found Pretty Patty Patches and brought her to us. And to be honest with you guys, that had totally escaped my mind. And I told DeBoss, I said, you know, baby, after this many years and so many rescues, I'm bound to get something wrong. And I said, you know, our viewers and subs and members, they won't know the difference. I said, so I'm not going to go amend it. And then I thought, no, that's not right. Even though it was an honest mistake, even though they wouldn't know the difference. You know the difference now. The boss has reminded you. And you can't, even if it's something that simple, you can't, I just don't feel right, you know. If the boss hadn't reminded me that, and I was like 5 years ago, if the boss hadn't reminded me that the elderly gentleman that lived next door had found and brought her to us as a little kitten, I would have thought I'd told you the truth. But now that I know the difference, well, I gotta make it right. Even though you guys wouldn't care, I'm sure. But that's how we came to have pretty patty patches. So, there's Tommy Two-Tone in his spot. And Weber's is most likely headed out to the barn, where he spends his days. Anyway, thank you guys for being understanding and forgiving that I made a mistake in how we came to have pretty patty patches. I honestly wanted this video to feature the little fellow that we need to capture up and get neutered. He doesn't have a name. So, if anybody has any ideas for a name for the little guy at the very beginning of this video, we won't name him unless we can capture him and get him neutered. Because he doesn't actually live here. He just comes here to eat and drink. He just thinks he lives here. Okay, I love you guys. I know this isn't all that great of a video, but I wanted to do something with the outdoor kitties the best that I could capture them. We see the indoor babies so often, and I know you enjoy it. But I want to get more footage of the outdoor rescues. Little old man has had a great couple of days. He seems to be doing better on the rug than in the bed. So I'm going to keep trying that. But he sat up to eat his breakfast. He went pee-pee in his box overnight. And he's had no accidents since the last one I reported to you guys. So, all right, we love you. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. You know me, I may or may not see you over the weekend. We have 3 packages now, though, that we need to open. The 2 from Chewy and a new arrival yesterday. This has been Susan with Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction. Thank you for your continued love, your continued support of the channel. Bye-bye.